Hey, what's up, guys? Jason here. Happy Monday to you. Yeah, I just want to hop on and just share a cool analogy that just came to mind here. So a few years ago, I was out at my cabin with some friends, and we took the pontoon out, took the boat out, and just was having a good time. And little did we know that we were about to run out of gas. My dad told me there's plenty of gas in the boat, so didn't really think anything of it, didn't check it, and all of a sudden we're in the middle of the lake and we just ran out of gas. So I called my dad, told him like what happened, and he told me this idea that you can throw the anchor rope as far out as you can, and then pull the boat, pull yourself to the anchor. Pull the boat to the anchor. Then when you get to the anchor again, pull the anchor up, throw the anchor back out, and pull the boat back to the anchor. Right. So it's a way to like slowly move this huge boat across the lake. It's a very slow process, but it's a way to get it. The only other way would be like jump out and swim the boat, but it's hard to like pull a huge boat by swimming. It's I don't know, it would take forever if, depending on the wind and the waves and whatnot. The anchor actually has that ability to like push through the waves. But anyways, comparing this story to like our mind, right? Because so many times, guys, we need to like see it in our mind where we're trying to go before we get there. It's so crucial, guys. I remember before I got free, before I got sober, I would sit there and imagine myself being free, and it would just like light me up with joy and hope. And so this analogy with the boat and the anchor is just like our thoughts. So our life is like this boat, but we cast this anchor out, which is like our thoughts, and then we have to pull ourselves to that reality, right? And it's slow, it takes time, it takes work, but we can't compromise anything less than that. We need to grow, we need to see ourselves where we should be and where we want to go before we get there, in order to help us get there, right? And there's a thing too. It's like, I don't want us to see, like, I don't want you to see yourself as who you were. I don't even want you to see yourself who you are, but I want you to see yourself for who you can be, right? I want us to operate and function through our lens of our potential, who we can be. Not get limited by our past, by our mistakes, by regret, by shame. Not even like get discouraged by who we are now, but identify with who we can be, our potential, right? Just like throwing that anchor out, we're throwing our thoughts out and pulling ourselves to that reality, right? And there's a verse, it's Proverbs 23:7. It says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." So it's so important, guys, like to think these thoughts, like to think, like whatever thoughts we're thinking are crucial to, creating and manifesting our reality, So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Just kind of share the importance of how we're seeing ourselves, not identifying with our past, not even our present, but our future, like who we can be, right? And then there's another cool verse in Philippians 4:8 regarding thoughts. So it says, "Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there's any excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think about these things." So we're to like put our minds on these positive things, right? Don't put our minds on fears. Don't put our minds on doubts and anxieties. it's so cool. Like the Bible actually says, don't even worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry for itself. You know, like it straight up tells us, like gives us permission not to worry, right? There's another verse in, I think, First Timothy. It's like God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline, or sound mind. So it's really clear, like it's not God's will for us to be thinking thoughts of fear, not to be thinking lies about ourselves or identifying with doubts or our past, but to be really like looking forward, right? And I just want to leave on one last note, which is, you know, that we're made in the image of God. Like God made us in His own image. Like how cool is that? And so we were created in the image of God, full of love and grace. What might happen if we started believing this? You know, what might happen? I mean, that's huge, guys. I know sometimes we can take that lightly, but yeah. And then there's one more verse I want to read, guys. Jeremiah 29:11. You guys have probably heard this verse. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare, not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. I'm going to read that again because I kind of messed it up. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. So it's God wants the very best for us, guys. And if we start seeing ourselves how He sees us, how He created us, instead of all these other distorted perspectives, man, that's when we can start really getting things done, start going places. When we see our value, we see our potential, we see ourselves how we should see ourselves, right? Because we're not our mistakes, we're not our shortcomings. I mean, those are all stepping stones into who we're becoming, and we all know we're not perfect, but these are all like different ways that we can develop growth and character and just more strength. So yeah, guys, I just want to encourage you with this. Just like think these thoughts about yourself, who you can be, your potential. Don't identify with the past, what you're going through now, but like who you can be, and like pull yourself to that reality. Yeah, so hope that helps, guys. Hope you have a good week. Much love. God bless. Peace.